Francis Marion was born in 1732 in Berkeley County, South Carolina. During his youth, he had little education. He was semi-literate, so he could kind of read. At 15, he went to sea and experienced a shipwreck on his first voyage. Upon his return to land, he worked on the farm. In 1761, he fought in the French and Indian War against the Cherokee as a lieutenant of the militia. During this time, he learned about guerrilla warfare. After the war, he again returned to farming. He farmed leased land at first, and eventually his own plantation, Pond Bluff, in Eutaw Springs, South Carolina. He was elected to the provincial legislature of South Carolina in 1775. At the start of the Revolutionary War, Marion was captain of 2 infantry regiments in South Carolina. Marion led his troops in capturing forts around Charleston Harbor. He helped defend Charleston while the English tried to take it. He was promoted to major in February of 1776 and then to lieutenant colonel. In 1779, he led attacks on Savannah but was unsuccessful. The following year, the British took Charleston, leaving Marion without an organized force to fight with. And then enters the Swamp Fox. Marion used the guerrilla war tactics that he had learned during the French and Indian War to fight the British with small groups of men. They attacked British supply lines and posts. He even lynched British supporters and African American slaves who may be helping the English. Throughout this time, he concealed his men and attacked between Charleston and Camden and the Swampy and Petey rivers. During these times, he rescued 150 American prisoners. He destroyed a column of British replacements, and he forced British allies apart to vanquish pro-British sentiments. By this time, the British Army had used up a large amount of resources to find Marion and his group. British officer Colonel Banastre Tarleton chased Marion through the swamp land for 7 hours and 26 miles. Lieutenant Colonel John Watson also failed at finding Marion. As the war went on, Marion established a base at Snow's Island at the Petey and Lynch's rivers. General Nathanael Greene helped Marion install American supremacy in South Carolina. Marion's most known battle was at Eutaw Springs, where he commanded the largest number of troops in his career. After the battle, in 1781, Marion was elected as a representative in the South Carolina legislature, in which he served in for the next 2 terms. At the end of the war, he married his first cousin, Mary Badu, who was very wealthy. His own plantation had burnt down during the war, and his slaves had run away to join the British. He started a new plantation called Pond Bluff in what is now called Orangeburg County, South Carolina, and he also bought more slaves. He died at his home at the age of 63 on February 26, 1795. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox. He was a very successful military leader who helped defeat the British in South Carolina during the Revolutionary War. He has many proud, successful moments throughout his life, but he's also connected to negative actions as well, such as owning slaves and controversial methods used against Native Americans. You're probably wondering about his connection to Kentucky, because I don't know of him ever being in Kentucky. But many places are named after him. The town of Marion in Clinton County and Marion County, the 84th county of Kentucky, were named after Francis Marion. Don't forget to try out audibletrial.com/KYHistoryPod to get a free book of your choosing. Like and share this video and subscribe to the Kentucky History channel and hit the notification button for more Kentucky history content. If you'd like to support the channel, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/KYHistoryPod. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at KYHistoryPod and on Instagram at Kentucky History Podcast. And don't forget to check out the Kentucky History Podcast on many podcast platforms for more in-depth history of Kentucky. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.